Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper, and happy Monday to you. My name is Jackie Vandersar Boot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and the Netherlands. Today is time for Cheer Corner, and usually we send the card that I'm making to wherever you want, but there's a postal strike on in Canada right now, so you can choose to send a card somewhere in Europe if you like, and of course, it won't be unless you want to send a Christmas card. I can send any card that you need, okay? But the purpose is that together we can change the world one card at a time. Happy Mail is important. So let's take a look. We are working through the sketches on page 16 of the Holiday Mini. So this is what the Holiday Mini looks like. I have some left on my porch in Chatham, Ontario at 81 Delaware, so you can help yourself if you didn't get one. I also have some here on the Bloemelaan. Bloemelaan is where we used to live, on the Monsterseweg in Schravenzonde. So if you live in the Netherlands or in Europe and you want one mailed to you, let me know. It's a bit late, but better late than never. So I was doing the math and I decided that if we want to get through all of these by Christmas, we have to up the ante. So last week I only did one tag. This week we're doing two cards and a tag. And the following weeks we are doing two cards and two tags. We're just following the sketch. So they're pretty simple cards. For my tag, I used the greetings of the season. So I'm going to show you this. This is the stamp set. So you can combine and mix and match the words and the fonts. These two are big sayings all together and season's greetings, but these ones at the top are all single ones that you need to mix and match. And then it comes with these dies. I am going to use this big one today for my tag, but I want to show you a really nice card that I made combining some of the tags. So let's move this out of the way. And you can see, I don't know if I have a video for this. Yes, the video for this is for my channel members. So you can become a member of my YouTube channel and the video buff. I think it's $5 or $6 a month. And then you get a card tutorial every week and you get a PDF tutorial, I think. Well, that's for the creative queens. Okay. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see what the options are. But this was the card I made with them last week. And see how nice it is? So that is all based on vellum. I combined the golden greenery, the art for amaryllis, and the one that I just showed you, the greetings of the season. And then it even opens up to another layer. So this is really a stellar card. We did it at a class on Saturday here, and the ladies really loved it. Okay, we are not going to make a fancy card like this today. We're going to start with the tag. So I cut out the tag, and that is from the greetings of the season. I'm going to zoom in, and today's video is pre-recorded because my live quality just hasn't been what it should be. Then I cut a piece of pattern paper. You could choose to corner round the corners. I'm leaving it plain. That's the other side of it, and it is 2 inches by 3 inches. Okay, so 2 by 3. So we're going to put that on. And you know, tags are fun to make for your gift giving. I'm just going to move my stand a little bit so it's a little closer to me. I don't have to reach as far. You don't have to make them complicated. You could crank out a bunch ahead of time, or you can get one of your grandkids or kids to do the cranking. The guys also love to crank the Big Shot, the die cutting machine. So that's fun. And then have some pieces cut out and make them simple so you don't feel so bad about giving them away. So these ones, this says Fijne Feestdagen, which means nice holidays, happy holidays. And then this one is Gelukkig Nieuwjaar, Happy New Year. And these come from, they're available in 4 languages. So here it shows you some of the cards that you can make with those things. We are going to use some of the Reindeer Memories and More pack. And now, did I go too far? I think we went too far. I have to go back. It's the page before this. So there's our, and you can tell I use this page a lot because it's kind of stuck together. So here we have the Joyful Images Mix and Match ephemera pack and the Joyful Sayings. And you can see English, French, German, and Dutch. Now, in North America, you cannot access the German and the Dutch, but in Europe, you get all 4 languages. So that's where I got these cute little sayings from. So I kind of like having a Happy New Year, although Fijne Feestdagen, Happy Holidays is also good for the whole thing. So you can tell me which one you like better, and I'll see it in the comments later. This one picks up the green, and it's nice and fresh, and this one gives it a festive gold look. Well, I shouldn't say what you know what, before we do any more, we're going to find some pretty ribbon to put through the hole, and maybe that will help us to decide on what color the words should be. Let me look for my ribbon. So I chose this narrow gold ribbon. It's really pretty. It comes in a 2-pack with gold and silver in our online exclusives. And I want a piece about, I'd say that's 6 to 8 inches long. And I'm going to just cut it. I'm going to take the loop. You can see which way I'm going, although this would still look great with the gold or the green. Poke it through the hole, and then open up the loop and tuck the ends through the loop. There. And now you could tie it to your gift as well with that length of ribbon. And then you can just have a pile of tags made and ready to go so that when you start wrapping your presents, it's not a big deal to, oh, I should have. And I'm going to pop those up with some dimensionals. Here. And then on the back, before I do this, on the back, let's see, here's my greetings of the season. You want to do that before. You could just write it too, it doesn't matter. But there is a beautiful to and from in here, so we might as well use them. I haven't used all of these yet. I've only used a few. I've used the big stamps and the Merry Christmas. So now I've got to find the to and the from. Here's the from. And the to should be easy to find. To. And we'll find the block. You could put them on at the same time. Let's see, I have a block. And you know what? Compromise, we'll do that in the green. So there's the garden green, and you can see that the side of the ink pad has these grooves in it. They're so that you can hold on with your fingers, and then there's a little opening here. You grab that, and then you slide it. And you can see that our ink pads naturally store upside down. Keeps them juicy all the time. All right, so now we're just gonna go 2, and then I should clean this off first, but I don't see my cleaner, so I'm just gonna lay it here. And then from. How nice is that? So now we've got our to and our from. We're gonna flip it over. And now, oh goodness, where did I put my, oh, here it is. Good, good, good. So I am going to go with the gold. The green would look nice too. I'll use the green on another one. Happy New Year. That's it. You could add some gems if you wanted to, but it looks pretty just the way it is. Okay, so that is our first tag. Now we're going to make our card. Put this out of the way. Now the card base, oh yeah, let's have a look at the card sketch. So the sketch is this one here with the oval and then the saying. Okay, so it's pretty open to interpretation. I couldn't remember where I have my oval dies. If I have any oval dies, I did not want to go look through them all. Some people are really good at cataloging what they have and what shapes. That would be great. I didn't do that. So I decided to compromise. I have my card base. Then I took a piece that's just slightly smaller. So 10 centimeters by 14.35, or about 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We're going to put that on in a minute. And this is with the Forever Plaid embossing folder. And then I took a piece of this, and it's really pretty paper. And I'm trying to remember, see how it's got that little bit of gold in it? I'm trying to remember where it's from. I'll find it for you. We have so many nice things. Maybe I won't find it. Oh yes, here it is. It's another piece that's glued together. Here's the paper. See, I'm using the red, and it is called Season of Elegance. And it comes, that whole suite that comes with that beautiful trees, the painted trees embossing folder, and the Peaceful Season. Those dies are just beautiful. Okay, I just wanted you to know where the paper is from. So normally what I do, if you're watching on YouTube, I have the links for everything that, so if you want to buy it for me in Canada, you can do that. In Europe, you're going to have to work a little harder because I just can't afford to pay for the business site in both countries. So just put Jacomina in the search for demonstrator and then I'll pop up. If you need help, let me know. All right, so I'm putting that about a little over the halfway mark on here. And then instead of my oval, I'm using this tag from the ephemera pack tags. And I might put that one on an angle, I'm not sure. But then this is also from the Joyful Images. I'm going to put that here, and then I'm going to put this here. So it's a slight adaptation. I've taken some liberties. I'm going to pop up those presents in front of the tree. That's always so exciting, right? I mean, I remember growing up as a kid, we didn't have many gifts. I still have great memories though. But having 5 children, even if they only get a couple of presents each, you get quite a pile of presents under the tree. So I remember that with great fondness. I'm going to pop that up a little bit higher. I'm not going to pop it. I'm going to, that's such bad English. I'm going to put this just halfway on here. And the blue in the tag goes with the blue in the present. Let's see how straight that is. The sketch calls for it to go straight up and down, but for some reason I feel like putting it sideways a little bit. Let's put this out of the way, and we'll glue this to the card base. And then remember, we have one more card after this. Tone-on-tone cards are very pretty, very classy. There we go. And texture is great. And repeating an element also is a good design move. So we've got the gold in the paper, we've got the gold in the tag and in the presents. And now we're going to add some gold in the ribbon. Now I might be wrong, but I thought this satin ribbon, it's cherry cobbler and gold, that it might be on back order in Canada. And I mailed some to one of my customers just as a thank you. But now Canada Post is on strike, so I don't know if she's got it. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm taking the looped part, putting it through the hole, feeding it towards the back, and then opening it up, the loop, and putting the ends through, just pulling it through. And when you do that, you get this piece crossing over in the front, and that looks nice. And you could, if you wanted to, just tack this up with dimensionals, and then your person could take it off and use it as a tag. You know, creative people might just do that. Okay, these are my extras, save the edge pieces. I'm going to just put one here. You can't see the back anyway, so there we go. And then you can decide whether you want it straight or on an angle. And I just want to do it a little bit on an angle. And that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Again, you could add some gems if you want. I'm keeping it simple. I might add gems later, but now we still have another card to make. So we have this card and we have this tag. Okay. Now, if you do enjoy my video, please give it a thumbs up and share, because I'm trying to get more people to find out about me, because my business is online and small businesses rely on word of mouth advertising. So you guys are my people. I appreciate you very much. Okay, the last card. Let me see. What do I have for you? I put it aside. Okay, so we are going to be making this card now. Very simple layout. When you are making a simple card, texture means a lot. So we are using the Distress Tile embossing folder. I already did it. So we have a little piece like this. Look how nice that is. It's a bit of a gray day here, so you're going to see a little bit of shadow. This piece is 2 inches by 3 inches. And then we are going to use the Snowflake Sky embossing folder as well. And for this one, we're going to put the whole, this one is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. You open up your embossing folder, lay in, do not go all the way up to the top because that wee little bit there, there's no texture in the last 3 millimeters or so. So don't go up too high. And when you put your embossing folder through, the design will be on top if the label is on the top. And then you always want to put it through your embossing machine with the hinge, the fold first. Otherwise, your embossing folder could break. I created a label for my 3D embossing plate just to keep it simple for everybody. And but the die cutting machine that Stampin' Up! Sells gives you clear instructions right on the base. So that is so nice. It tells you exactly what you need to do, what your layers should be. And so I was using a 3D embossing folder, and it says you just need plates 1 and 4 with the embossing folder in between. So I really love that about this machine, that it's easy to use, because when you're first starting, there's so much to remember, and you don't want to break anything. You don't want frustration. A hobby is supposed to be fun. Okay, so let's take a look. Now remember, the label on there, the logo, shows you that this is the top side. And then the other side, you could use the other side, but the other side is the debossed. So let's look. This is the good side, and this is the debossed side. So the indentations go in. Now, if you want that look, there's no rules against it, but this is the look we're going for. Okay. Let's put that on. Liquid adhesive has gone missing. Okay, it's a good thing I have two. Oh no, it's not missing. It's right in front of me. Oh, Jackie, how many of you guys have that you are looking for something and it's right there? I didn't give myself, I was in a rush. I didn't want to have dead air time. So we just leave a little margin all the way around the edge. And now I'm using a small Memories and More card. This is from the Reindeers and More. This is the other side. If you wanted an easy Christmas card, you could just put this on top and you would have a Christmas card. You could add a little bit of glitter, a few rhinestones if you wanted to, and you would be done. But I want to do this. And then I have my embossed piece. Let's put that on. With embossing folders, you can, like embossed pieces, it's a little ridgy, it's a little textural, so you can add a little bit more adhesive so it gets in all the little pieces. So this card is 3 inches by 4, so this is just an inch smaller, so there's a 1/2 inch margin all the way around. Then I took, this is one of my favorite stamp sets, the Shepherd's Care. Praying that you will feel the Good Shepherd's care in this season and throughout the coming year. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Peace on earth. And then these ones, Wonderful Counselor, Prince of Peace, Mighty God, Everlasting Father. Great for on a circle punch, for on your envelope on the back. It's great. So I'm going to use this. I embossed it in gold. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And then the tag, the sketch just calls for some ribbon on the back. You could also use twine, but I was thinking that this gold ribbon would look really nice on there. So then I'm going to use some tear and tape to create some adhesive on the back to hold my ribbon in place. So I'm just going to put 3 pieces so that I have lots of traction for my ribbon. And then I might use another piece on top of the ribbon. This one I think is too long. I got too excited. Yeah. If that happens to you, it's tear and tape, so you can just pull that extra piece off. Okay. And then, let me see. Oh, yes. Here is my Take Your Pick tool. And this brush tip is great for brushing on the foam to get all the little bits out of your die. So the Take Your Pick tool has lots of attachments to, it's quite a useful tool. So I'm just going to grab that off. I find this so helpful. If you don't have great nails, this works a dream. Okay, now I'm going to loop this ribbon around. So I like to kind of hold on to it at the front because I want to see how it's going to look. Let's see. Let's start it here. And then we're going to loop it like so. And like so. And this one's going to go a little bit closer here. Just a minute. I'll just do a double loop on both ends. Let's see. Sorry if this is not nice for you visually. And then it'll look like so. All right. I'm going to cut off so that there's a little straight piece there too, like that. And then to even it out and put a straight piece on this end. Oh, my tear and tape just flew into the garbage. I'm going to do this. They don't have to know that this was not an original. This is an add-on. And then just for some extra insurance, oh goodness, I'm doing all that. Oh yeah, it is here. I'm thinking I'm not even on screen. I am. I'm going to just do this to hold it all together, like so. And then, did that go too far? Yeah, it's sticking out just a little bit. We don't want that. Here. It's the little details that matter. You don't want things sticking out, just like a slip hanging out from underneath your skirt. You don't want that. Well, I'm not so sure how many people still wear slips these days. Okay, I am now looking for my dimensionals. And they were underneath my first card. Okay, I was going to say, welcome to the disappearing act from the Pampered Stamper. Happens every week, doesn't it? If you're a faithful follower, you know I'm always losing something. Okay, so I put 3 dimensionals on the back. And you can use the pokey tool to get these things off too. That one's already off. No, it's not. Okay. Now I'm going to put this down flat. I had a class on Saturday and it was so nice. My one of the ladies, she bought a few things for me, like for my used table. I have a bit of a clearance sale going on right now. And she bought a punch and some paper and a stamp set, and it was so nice. She has 2 teenagers at home. She got home and the teenage boy was working. He was playing with the paper and the punch and just having a great old time, and it just warmed my heart. You know, craftiness is for all ages and for all genders. Look at how nice that is. So this is a fantastic Christmas card for someone who's just experienced loss. So it has the Christmas colors. It you know, because like you can't ignore Christmas. If someone has just died, Christmas Day is still going to happen, and it's not nice to ignore these people. So I'm going to stamp the shepherd in the inside and then the saying. So let's open up the card. And I have not, this is the first time I'm using this. So here we have this one, and we're going to have the saying. So if you want this stamp set, get it now, because after December 5th or so, they're only available while supplies last. Let me find a big block. Okay, I have block E here. My blocks need to be cleaned. And then I think this is block D. Yes. All right, I think I got a little fingerprint there. We're going to use just some black Memento ink. Now, the black ink pad is not like it's made by, it does say Stampin' Up on it, but it's made, no, it is made by Stampin' Up, but it's a linen pad, so you do have to store this one upside down to keep it juicy, okay? So here we go. On the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Isn't that pretty? It's a very artsy looking stamp. I forget what it's called. They have a name for it, and it means that it looks like there's shadows in there. Oh yeah, distinctive. Distinctive with, yeah. And then here. It's a bit crooked, but that's okay. And so that is this card. And I haven't stamped anything in the inside of this one, and I should. You know, what we could do, look at this. There are stickers that come with our Memories and More cards. So we can do Merry Christmas in the inside and a nice little deer. There. So you know what? Sometimes you just want easy. So there we have it. I hope that you enjoyed this session of Cheer Corner with the sketches. And remember, your catalogs are an inspiration book. So they're great for ideas. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me and have a super day. Bye.